where's the video?
We can go not spoiler.
Sound works.
Oh, I hear it. Okay. Alright. Is the camera going?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Prestella, and today I'm going to be presenting to you guys about the self-determination theory and how you can use it to gain intrinsic motivation for any process. So what is the self-determination theory? The self-determination theory is a psychological theory composed of three components, which are basic human needs of psychology. First of which is autonomy, then there's competence, and then there's relatedness, and they all add to a positive motivational climate. So autonomy, that means doing something because it aligns with one's values and not because of extrinsic motivations or results. Competence is doing something because you know that you can do it and you believe in yourself. And then lastly, relatedness, that just means a sense of belonging. So then what is a positive motivational climate? A positive motivational climate makes you enjoy the process of doing something, and it makes it something that you are looking forward to do rather than something that you have to force yourself to do. So it creates intrinsic motivation. That is kind of what I just described. It also will improve your mental health. Studies have shown the link between positive motivational climate and mental health, and that is for reasons that can eliminate self-sabotage, which can happen when there's a lot of focus on extrinsic results, and it can improve self-worth. And then also it prevents burnout, because a lot of times when we're doing something and we're so focused on extrinsic results, when we don't see those results, we start to lose motivation. But if you are gaining satisfaction from the process rather than the results, you are always going to be motivated and always going to be celebrating every little step of the way. So, before I start that, I just know it was going to start as soon as I open the page. I'll explain a little bit about my experience with the self-determination theory. So how did I discover this psychological theory if I just go to a business school? I am very interested in psychology, and it all started when I was in high school because I realized that there was a lot going on in my brain, and I wanted to help myself get better, and I didn't know how to do it. And thankfully, I stumbled upon CrossFit, so I'm wearing my shirt right here, that helped me learn to work out because of how it makes me feel rather than how it makes me look. I used to be a perfectionist. I used to be somebody who would set a list of goals to do every single day during quarantine, such as go on a run, eat less calories than I burned, and everything like that. And that just made me so focused on body image when that's really not what should be important. What should be important is working out because you enjoy it and just doing something that you love to do. So here's a video that demonstrates that, and it shows how the self-determination theory was applied to this transformation that I made in my mind. Enjoy.
Chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude that at least on life is a peace of mind. Seeking a find, I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride and shit. I'm straight. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Get up my way. I'm running late. What can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, searching through the mud to find the present, no ignoring us. Got 20,000 deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am.
So that is what the self-determination theory means to me. And I discovered this because I went to CrossFit, realized, wow, I love this, no more extrinsic motivations or results. And then for a research paper, I actually researched this, and there is a clear correlation between going to CrossFit and the components of the self-determination theory. So that is how I learned about all of this. Now you can see, in this case it was applied because autonomous motivation, all the movements are fun, and there is also competence. The coaches make you believe that you can do everything. You saw on the board one time all the scaling options, shows that everybody can do the workouts, and obviously belongingness, relatedness, there's the whole community here. But this not only applies in workout settings. How can you apply this to any setting of your life to see a transformation like this? So, there are many areas that you can apply the self-determination theory in. For example, in sports, you can use autonomy to help you because you could realize that instead of focusing on getting playing time and trying to get your coach to look at you and trying to put so much pressure on yourself that when your coach is looking at you, you have to perform well, instead if you just think of all the times you make improvements and see every day you go to practice as a chance to improve, then you are going to see the results that you wanted to see without focusing on them. There's a quote that goes, "Those who focus on playing time rarely get better, but those who focus on getting better usually find playing time." And there's also ways that you can do this with your routine. For example, if you have some studying to do for your exam, you can use the relatedness aspect. Rather than being like, all right, I'm going to study at 6 p.m. today, ask your friend, hey, let's study together at 6 p.m. today. And you are going to be more motivated because you are involving somebody else in the process, and that's the relatedness aspect. Now, most importantly, how can you do this in starting a business? I'll go through all three of the components for this one. So autonomy, this definitely has to do with aligning the values of your business with the values of yourself. So if you haven't taken the time to realize what you prioritize and how you want that to be integrated throughout your business and how you want to impact others, it might be hard to sometimes keep going, especially when you aren't seeing the results that you want to see. So I really suggest setting aside the time and realizing what your values are, and then you might realize, wait, my business could be a little better at upholding this and making it reflect myself. And I just recently discovered a way to do this with Battery. Also, there's competence. A lot of times starting a business can seem very daunting and something that is just so out there, not a path that everybody likes to take. You've already taken the first step in this because you're surrounding yourselves with other people who are also like-minded. You can also do some of the tips and tricks that we learned last week from Alana. She was like, you can do some networking and focus on meeting other people who are in the same spot. Or you can join some acceleration programs and apply to them and search them out. And then lastly, relatedness. Obviously, just telling people about what you're doing. Before I joined this class, I didn't really tell people about how I was starting this website, self-improvement app and website, and I barely made any progress. But ever since joining this class, we have made so much progress, much more than we have for the past few years that we've actually been thinking about this idea, because you are now committed to others. It's not just something you could be like, oh, well, I guess I'll decide not to do this and nobody will ever know. Now, those aren't the only three things that you can do to be more motivated to start your business. Here, on the side, here's me, first developing the Battery logos, and I'm listening to music, I'm riding a bike, and my brother is actually the one filming this. We're doing it together. That's him talking. And here's me dancing. Yes. Let me shut this off. It's probably going to stop after it goes. But everybody's different. This is what works for me because I know that I'm motivated by working out. It makes me feel good. I know that I love listening to music. I love that my brother and I can work on this together over winter break. But not everybody values the same things and thrives in the same situations that I do. So, in order to figure out what's going to be best for you, so you can craft the life for yourself that aligns with the self-determination theory, analyze your past experiences. That could be looking back on what to improve on and what you're proud of. When are situations where you really, really thrived? Or when are situations where you realized you were not that motivated? And also, then use that information to target your current habits. So if you realize, like, wow, this one time when I stayed after class in the same room and sat there and got done my work for next week, I was rarely motivated. Maybe I should do that for every class. Or back to like the sports example, you can use that and apply it to the sports example. So if you want to improve at hitting for softball outside of practice, rather than just trying to go at any random time during the day, you know that from the class example, you're motivated right after it ends. Ask a friend to stay after with you. So I just encourage everybody here to really analyze themselves, figure out what they value, figure out what situations they thrive, and remember what the 3 components of the self-determination theory are: autonomy, competence, and relatedness, and then combine those 2 things, the self-determination theory with what you know about yourself, and then you will have motivation and be able to solve any problem you encounter in life, end bad habits, and most importantly, create a life and a career that you are truly aligned with and truly motivated to work towards. So thank you.
Okay.
Oh, questions?